Let me guess, it's January 1st, and you're looking at that shiny, new calendar. All those empty days staring back at you like a blank canvas. And maybe you're thinking, this year is going to be different. But, let's be real, how many years have you said that? Don't worry, you're not alone. We've all been there. In fact, some of us have gotten so good at making New Year's resolutions that we might as well call it a sport. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Here's the truth. There is no perfect moment. There's always going to be something holding you back. The weather isn't right, you're too tired, your favorite TV show is on, or the universe just isn't cooperating. Sound familiar? Listen up. If you keep waiting for the perfect moment, you'll be waiting forever. Guess what? The perfect moment is a myth, like that 10-minute workout that always turns into 2 hours when you're on YouTube. So, stop procrastinating and start today. You know that thing you've been putting off for months. Do it now. The perfect time is today, not tomorrow. Take ownership. Don't blame anyone else. Alright, here's a big one. It's easy to look at your situation and think, well, if only I had a better job, or if only my boss wasn't such a pain, or if only my Wi-Fi wasn't so slow. But that's just you dodging responsibility. Let's face it, you've probably spent more time blaming your circumstances than actually doing something about it. Time to stop. You control the narrative. Don't like where you are in life? Cool, you can change it. But blaming the Wi-Fi, not gonna fix your future. Set clear goals and actually stick to them. Setting goals is the first step, but achieving them, that's where most people slip up. It's easy to set goals like, lose weight, or read more books, but what happens in February? Yeah, you're back on the couch with a bag of chips, binge watching the latest season of whatever show is trending. Here's the thing. Write down specific goals. And no, become a millionaire is not a goal, it's a dream. A goal is measurable, specific, and actionable. Want to lose 10 pounds? Aim for 1 pound a week. Want to read more? Set a goal of reading 15 pages a day. It's all about small, daily wins. The big stuff follows when you make the little stuff count. Focus on what matters, cut the crap. You know what's stopping you from winning. All the stuff you're giving attention to that doesn't actually matter. Stop spending hours on social media, comparing yourself to influencers. Seriously, you're not going to be the next big thing by scrolling through posts of people with six-pack abs and avocado toast at 3 a.m. Your energy is your greatest asset. Protect it. Focus on the things that are going to move you forward. Learning new skills, working towards your goals, and building habits that align with your vision of success. You're allowed to fail, but don't stay there. Now, here's where it gets good. The biggest mistake people make is thinking failure is the end. Newsflash. Failure is part of the process. Every successful person failed more times than they'd care to admit. And if you think they didn't have their fair share of tough days, you're dreaming. But here's the kicker. The difference between people who succeed and people who don't is this: successful people don't stay down. They get up, dust themselves off, and try again. And again. And again. So fail, but don't stay there. Take control of your time. Your time is precious. Don't waste it. Every time you say, I don't have time, what you're really saying is, I'm choosing not to make time for this. Let's be honest. We all have the same 24 hours. Jeff Bezos has 24 hours. Oprah has 24 hours. You've got 24 hours, too. It's about how you use them. Stop wasting time on things that don't add value to your life. Time spent on distractions, wasted. Time spent on growth, that's investment. You owe it to yourself to do better. Here's the bottom line. You owe it to yourself to do better. Don't wait for someone else to fix your life. Don't wait for a miracle or for some magical motivational speech to turn your year around. It starts with you, and it starts now. You have everything you need to change your life. The only thing standing in your way is the story you tell yourself. So, if your story is one of waiting and procrastination, rewrite it. If your story is one of fear and self-doubt, scrap it. You are in control of this next chapter. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. You know what's one of the biggest reasons most people don't achieve their goals? They're afraid of being uncomfortable. But here's the truth. Growth only happens outside of your comfort zone. If you're always cozy in your bubble, nothing's ever going to change. Want to achieve something big? Prepare to be uncomfortable. You've got to be willing to do things you've never done before, face fears you've never faced, and yes, sometimes even look a little foolish. But hey, discomfort is just growth in disguise. Don't wait for motivation. Build discipline. Motivation is like that friend who says they'll meet you for coffee, but always cancels last minute. Motivation is fickle. It comes and goes, sometimes in a wave, sometimes like a thunderstorm, but most of the time, it just doesn't show up at all. So, what do? You build discipline. Discipline is the true key to success. It's about showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. Even when the couch is calling your name louder than your goals. You don't wait for motivation, you create motivation with action. Stop comparing yourself to others. Here's something we all need to hear: stop comparing yourself to other people. It's easy to look at someone else's life, see their success, and think, why not me? But here's the deal: you have no idea what they've been through to get where they are. Everyone has their own journey, and comparing yours to theirs is just a fast track to frustration and self-doubt. You need to focus on your own race. Run at your pace, stick to your path, and make your success a priority. The only person you should compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. Surround yourself with people who push you. Let's get one thing clear: your circle matters. The people you hang out with are either going to lift you up or drag you down. You need people who challenge you, who make you think bigger, who hold you accountable when you're slacking. Look around at your friends. Are they the ones who encourage you to keep going, even when things get tough? Or are they the ones who tell you, it's okay, when you give up too easily? Find your tribe. It's better to be the average of a strong, motivated group than the best in a group that's not pushing you forward. Practice gratitude every day. Here's a trick to change your mindset. Start practicing gratitude. Sounds simple, but it's so powerful. Every day, take a moment to think about what you're grateful for. It could be big, like your family or health, or small, like the fact that you managed to survive Monday. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you don't have to what you do have. It helps you appreciate the present moment, reduce stress, and keep a positive mindset. And you know what they say: gratitude attracts abundance. Create a vision for your future. You're not going to get anywhere if you don't know where you're going. That's why you need to create a vision for your life. What does your future look like? Where do you want to be in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years? When you have a clear vision, everything you do can be aligned with it. Every decision, every action, every step you take should move you closer to that vision. If you don't have a vision, you're just wandering. And trust me, wandering doesn't get you anywhere. Your life. Learn to be consistent, not perfect. Perfection is overrated. Seriously. People get so caught up in making everything perfect that they never even start. They wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect skills. But perfection doesn't exist. It's all about consistency. It's the small, daily habits, the things you do every day, that will lead to big changes over time. Forget about being perfect. Be consistent. And that's where the magic happens. Focus on solutions, not problems. Listen. Life will throw challenges your way. That's just part of the deal. But you can't afford to spend all your time focusing on the problems. That's where most people get stuck. They spiral down in a pit of negativity, blaming everything and everyone for their problems. But successful people, they look at a problem, then shift their focus immediately to a solution. They say, this is tough, but what can I do to make it better? So when life gets tough, don't get caught in the problem. Find the solution and act on it. Alright, let's wrap this up. This year, you don't get to sit on the sidelines. You don't get to wait for perfect moments. You take action today, right now. You stop wasting time, you stop making excuses, and you stop comparing yourself to others. You create a vision, you stick to your goals, and when failure hits, you get back up and keep going. And most importantly, you remember that you owe it to yourself to do better. 2025 is your year to rise. But it's not going to happen if you keep making the same excuses. So, stop waiting. Start now. Make it count.